Right then people, what is going on, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm collecting the Aston Martin from the Aston Martin dealership. And why is it here, you might ask? Well, I got this for doing all the work myself, and during doing the work myself I spoke to the original owner, and it turns out my car is covered under warranty. Now of course that won't fix the damage, but it will fix some little bits that I've had problems with. Now I'm going to walk over to the car because it's been done now, the work's been done. I've had a really pleasant experience with Aston Martin Chichester, so I'm going to walk over to the car, I'm going to mount the camera, and I'm going to explain what's been fixed and what's going on in the future with the Aston, because I appreciate the people that are watching for the Aston videos are probably a little bit upset that I didn't make an Aston video last week, but that's because they've had the car and I've not had anything to work on. But let's get to it. So, as I said, this car, turns out it's got a warranty with it. Now, that warranty was not as easy as you might have thought to get done. Well, to be fair, some people thought it was going to be impossible. But the warranty got transferred from the previous owner to me, which was nice. So he paid for the Aston Martin extended warranty, which in turn meant that he could transfer it over to me. I couldn't transfer it myself. He had to transfer it. He had to let them know that he wasn't now the current owner of the car. There were some hoops to jump through, which to be honest were a bit mental, because yeah, the warranty is only valid for the car. So by rights, it shouldn't really matter who claims for it. He's paid for a year's warranty on that. And if they weren't going to do the work, then what has he paid for? So anyway, we got it sorted thanks to the helpful employees of Aston Martin Chichester. You know, they've been absolutely perfect through this whole process. Really wanted to sort me out, and even though I weren't spending any money with them, they really wanted to help me out with getting the warranty sorted on this and getting the problems that I had fixed. Now the problems weren't anything major, but they were just stuff that when I found out I had warranty, I thought, that thing's been bugging me a little bit. I'll see if I can get that done on warranty. So the key, I had a key repaired, so one of the keys were damaged, and that got repaired. And also one of the rear lights was condensating, so it had water in it, which is a very common fault with these Aston Martins, with all Aston Martins of this generation. The lights constantly leak. I spoke to them about it as well, and they're not even going to. They haven't even changed the light. So I mean, they've changed the light. They've given me a new one, but the design is the same. So this one that is brand new out of the box, currently in, there's every chance that that's going to go in a couple of years' time as well. And the one that's not been changed is probably going to go in 2 months' time. But as is owning an Aston Martin, that is the nature of the beast. So I didn't make a video last week because I couldn't, but I'm not really making a video this week. This is more of an update on what's gone on, because I've had a lot of help through this process, and I haven't really, I've mentioned people and I've mentioned thanks to people, and I haven't really had a chance to thank the people that have actually gone above and beyond, helping me to pursue this dream. Now of course, Richard at Hamworthy Car Centre, an absolute legend for letting me use his garage. This roundabout is the busiest roundabout ever. Sometimes you just got to nail it, people. So yeah, Richard at Hamworthy Car Centre, he gave me space on his ramp, which was, you know, what a fantastic bloke. You know, every day my vehicle was on his ramp while I was like learning the ropes of this car. He didn't have a customer on that ramp, so a massive thanks to Richard for letting me do that. And I'm so looking forward to going back and working with him and doing the paint work, because that is going to be, you know, of course I wanted to do everything myself on this vehicle, and some stuff just, yeah, I could paint it myself on the road, you know, I could do that, that's totally possible, but would it be the paint job deserving of this car? And the answer is no. So what I want to do is I want to go into Richard's paint shop with him, and I want him to not guide me as much, but I want to be like an apprentice. I want to be doing the work what is laborious, and you know, and I want to be learning from his skill set. And And I'm really looking forward to doing that and getting skills in painting vehicles, because I've always had an interest in it. You know, almost every car I've ever had has had some form of paintwork, and Richard's going to offer me a skill set that you know, it's going to stick with me for the rest of my life, because I'm going to use that on a lot of vehicles in the future. So I'm really looking forward to that. Also, a massive thanks to all the people that got in touch with me when I started this build, offering me, you know, parts, discounts on their parts. You know, obviously the videos were a little bit behind, so I already bought the front end for this vehicle. As I bought the vehicle, pretty much as soon as I pulled the trigger on a vehicle, I was in touch with the guy that was selling the front end, and I was ready to pick that up. But plenty of people offered me, you know, oh, I've got a bumper lying around here, if you want to come and collect it, I'll do it for this price. And so thanks to all those people that offered that. I might still be in touch, because that brings me on to my next point, which is the fan belt of this vehicle is damaged and I need to get a new one. But that has highlighted another issue with the air conditioning compressor. Somehow, I'm unsure how, but somehow the air conditioning compressor has taken a hit in the accident, and I can only assume that it was when the under tray bent up, and it's maybe caught it, and it has like shifted it off cam a little bit, which what the technicians at Aston Martin seem to think that was related into why the belt had shredded itself, which is totally feasible. Now, they gave me a quote, but basically all in, they wanted nearly $5,000 for it, which I kindly said thank you, but no thank you. I got this car as a man that is going to maintain and fix it himself, and I'm going to be true to that. I've recently found out I can get an air conditioner for around £600. I can get the engine mount for around £80, and you know, Aston Martin quoted a day's labour for that work, so let's say 2 days labour for me, and hopefully we'll be back together. And obviously I'm stripping down the front end again anyway for paint, so it might be wise just to get in there while everything's off. So the story is not over, there is still work to be done. Of course, the final piece of the puzzle is going to be getting this painted, but because Richard is doing me a favour, he's quite busy at the moment, and I'm just going to have to wait until he's not as busy, until I can get in his workshop, which is, you know, perfectly reasonable. But that does mean that it's not going to be getting painted any time in the near future, and by the near future I mean like next week. We are planning to get it done maybe next month, so don't disappear from the channel. For those people that ordered Aston Martin t-shirts on the last video, unfortunately there weren't enough orders to warrant getting a quality screen printed t-shirt, because you know, there's a certain threshold before the t-shirt it has to become too expensive if you make such little quantity, because you need to pay for the development of the screen print. So they have been removed from the website, you can't buy them anymore. But what you can do is you can buy these new t-shirts, what I've got, which are just general Detail Core Media t-shirts, but again, just like the Aston Martin t-shirt, they do help support the channel, and they've got a pretty cool logo on the back. I won't show you now because I'm driving, but I'll put a picture of it up on the screen now. It's a pretty cool logo, it's a nice subdued t-shirt, and yeah, obviously the funds go to help me get an aircon pump for this, because I need your money. No, but jokes aside, buy the t-shirts if you want to support the channel. Obviously I do this for free, so I don't do it for your money, but if you do feel like supporting me, you know, getting me a coffee, that's how you do it. And finally, I've obviously been driving the car loads. I don't know if you can see in the video, but I've got a child seat here next to me, and me and my young lad did a little bit of a road trip in this. I've done around 1,500 miles in this vehicle in the past few weeks, so I've definitely been using it. And it is an absolute fantastic car to drive. That being said, it is one of the most uncomfortable cars I think I've ever driven, and that might upset a few Vantage owners out there, but Christ, this seat for me, I'm not sure, maybe I'm just too fat for it, but this seat for me is not the most comfortable seat. And I've done long distance drives in pretty shoddy seats. In fact, I put a picture up now, this Audi A6 when I drove to Romania. That seat was absolutely worn through. I got that car for £370, and one of the main reasons why it was that cheap is because the interior was absolutely knackered. You could physically see metal on that seat, and it was nowhere near as uncomfortable as this seat, so that just says something. So yeah, I have been using it. I've been putting some miles on it. I've got intention of putting lots more miles on it, and I do have intention of doing lots more videos on it. So if you are an Aston Martin owner, I'm going to be doing lots of stuff on this vehicle, you know, tutorials on how to remove certain body parts, how to replace certain pieces, because although I'm not an Aston Martin expert, I'm a very hands-on guy. You'll probably see from the YouTube channel, I like to take things apart and put things back together again. So I mean, it'd be rude not to on this. There's so little content on YouTube, you know, explaining how to maintain these, then I'm just going to make that content available, and hopefully you can save some money and do some work yourself, and it's enjoyable. You know, part of the enjoy of owning a car like this for me is working on it. I enjoy working on it as much as I enjoy driving it, believe it or not, and it's just nice to know that you've done it, and it's going to be somewhat satisfying maxing this out on the Autobahn, knowing that I'm the guy that's put it back together, which yeah, gives me a little bit of a shudder, but you know, you've got to trust your own work, haven't you? So, as with, one second, let me turn this off. As with everything in my life, nothing is without drama, and just on the way driving this back from Aston Martin, I've got a warning light, I've got a red triangle, engine system service urgent, and the throttle feels really unresponsive. I can physically feel the engine, you know, I press the throttle, it's delayed, and then it comes on, and then I release the throttle, and it's quite clunky as it's coming off. Almost sounds like it's got a misfire. I'm praying that, you know, when they've been looking at the belt, that they've maybe knocked a pipe and I've got a vacuum leak or something, because that is not what I need. But I need to get this. Oh, what just happened then? Nothing's working right. So I need to get this. I need to get this fuse back in the exhaust so I can listen better for sounds, because at the moment I can hear mostly exhaust, and if I do have a vacuum leak, I might be able to hear, like, I don't know, a bit of induction noise. There's potential that, you know, it's from where I put it back together, and I mean, I have done 1,500 miles in it, so it's definitely been working fine. It's not been working like this. And the potential that, I don't know, maybe a clip from the airbox has come off, maybe giving the MAF sensor a bad feed, God knows. But yeah, this is not wholly that fun. This is not feeling good. I feel like I should maybe stop and potentially get recovery. In fact, I've got recovery. I took out recovery 2 weeks ago, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. In fact, I think I just heard a backfire. So we are maybe getting a misfire here. So I'm going to get recovery. I'm going to get recovery home. Right then, people, so just a little bit of an update. I'm not sure if this is all going to be the same video or this is going to be the start of the next video, but yeah, the car's still not running right. I'm still on my way back from Aston Martin. I did give them a call. I don't think it's them to blame. I give them a call just to check, see if they've not knocked, or see if anything where they've been working in that area is maybe some form of vacuum line or, you know, airbox. Because I feel like it's presenting like a vacuum leak or a boost leak on a turbo car. It's giving that sort of symptom. And yeah, the only thing I can think of is the airbox assembly. What I've taken apart and put back together is maybe just finally vibrated free or something like that. I did just stop the car, turned it back on again, and then I had a different warning light, which was just emission system service, and then I got it back on the motorway, and then the engine system service light came back on, and now I'm flick-flacking between the two. So like, they're both on, but they're flashing alternately. So, but I mean, you can hear there is a misfire there. But before I got on the motorway, there weren't a misfire. So I feel like something is, maybe the cold map in the ECU. So that's why it didn't present when I first started it. So maybe the cold map is fine because it's countering whatever the issue is, and then as soon as it's up to temperature and it's just running off a normal fuel map, then it's overfueling or underfueling or something, you know, something's quite out. So next protocol is I need to get a code reader. So if you do know any good code readers that Aston Martin have, or that will read an Aston Martin, that will give me some diagnostics on it that doesn't break the bank too much, then please do let me know, because before I start taking anything apart, I'm just going to read the codes. You know, there's a few things it could be. The MAF sensor, I think I used the MAF sensor off the breaker car, and because that was in a flood, there is potential that that MAF sensor was maybe submerged. So maybe that has finally, you know, wrapped its bangers in, and that's not working anymore. There's also that, I don't know if you remember, there was that plug that I reheaded at the beginning of the second video, I think. When I first got the parts, I reheaded a plug. I forget exactly what that plug were, but maybe that's playing a part. You know, that plug was damaged, I replaced it for a different plug. Maybe there's damage to the wiring further down, or, you know, God knows. But yeah, for now, I've got 2 warning lights on. Car's not working right, so I've got plenty more work to do. So if that is it for this video, I'll catch you in the next video. And if that is not it for this video, then let's get diagnosing this car. Will it ever be fixed? I don't know. I hope so. See you later.